Alright, what's up? So today we'll be doing a breakdown video. This breakdown video will be about a fight that took place on Wednesday. It was a part of the the Dreams Invitational Tournament. It was Suave Jamie, of course, myself versus RomeroXVII. I'm sure all of you know who Romero is, one of the best ESFL players, or just players in the game in general, a game changer and a good credit to community. But this is going to be a little breakdown of the fight. I felt like I needed to do this because it was very high level. There was a lot of little, intricacies that went into it, or whatever should I say. But we'll get into it here. Romero done one of these. If you haven't already subscribed to Romero, I'll leave a link in the description. He done a really good job at breaking down this fight from his perspective. But let's get into it here. So obviously he chose the Poirier pick. He's very confident in his Poirier, as he should be. He's very good with him. I found that out quite soon. So I've never played Romero. I know he's a very good technical fighter. I thought it'd be a little bit of a standoff at the start, but as you can see, he comes out with the lead teep, misses. He seems to be quite aggressive, so I want to kind of get that body work early. So I land the lead hook. He beats me in that little trade. The jab, jab, straight, his gets first. He is very aggressive though, so I'm trying to land jab, teep to keep him back. Jab, side kick. I do very well at getting the body work in early, but he's landing the jab straights. He's also very good at moving out of range. Like whenever he'll come in, he'll throw something, make me throw, and then he'll move out of range. Does a good job to push me back as well there. He was trying to shoot early, I noticed. He expected the lead hook, rear body up there. He was trying to shoot early, as you can see. I want to pause that there. So a couple of little last combos. He was expecting the lead hook, rear body uppercut, and that ended up catching him to the head, the rear uppercut. And then one thing I noticed was, like I just said, he was shooting early, so I knew that he'd want to get this down to the ground. And Romero previously, the day before, had been telling me about how submissions on the ground are very key for the judge's decision, especially if they're on the bottom. So I knew what he was trying to do here, because he knows I'm very good at getting back on top, so he uses his power rubber guard as well very well in this fight. But let's get back into it. So far, very even on the feet. I'm getting the better of the exchanges, kind of throwing at his body. See, he was starting with something straight a lot, so I was able to do slip straight and kind of combo off that. Beats me there. Also, one thing I want to point out there, Romero, one of the best players at doing this. I noticed I kind of stopped later on in the fight because I understood what I was doing wrong. But so basically Romero would kind of like stand off and he'd make me walk into the pocket, and as soon as I'd walk into the pocket, he'd pop off a straight, which would get the hit reaction on me, and then he'd be able to combo off it. His timing and his understanding of the straight when I'm entering was just, it was immense. Basically, he was so good with it. So I really had to, later on in the fight, I had to understand I can't just enter recklessly because he's going to hit me with a hit stun. There we go. I try and meet him with the slip straight there, because he was doing very well at just landing that jab straight, or the double jab straight. He beats me though with the jab feint straight there. I think he's trying to bait the slip straight. Yeah, and he does a running jab into a flying armbar. This is what I was talking about. Romero, all about the judges. You know, if he feels like he's not going to be able to get his opponent out there early, he really does play for the judges the whole fight, and it's really smart because he's setting himself up later. Goes for that flying armbar, doesn't get it, but sets himself up for the bottom, which he really wants to be on, to be honest, because he knows with control from submissions he will earn points for the judges. We'll see though. There's not too much happening here. You know, just trying to get a little bit control. Me, you know, try and ride out the round on top, secure the round. He does start going for, I get the body work in. I try and continue body work, but I'd kind of abandon it going into the second one. He's just trying to get denials, to be honest, because Romero, he used it against Kinetic also. He used the bottom Kimura from bottom half guard, and it was very smart. It got him the judge's decision, because he just had such a great understanding of what the judges look for in this game, so he was really using that to his advantage here. First round, probably the closest to the fight, just in terms of it was like a pick 'em. See, he gets me stamina lower, he goes to that bottom Kimura, he was talking about how he wanted to get into the third or possibly fourth stage, and that scores heavily on the judges' scorecards. He doesn't get too far. Luckily, my sub D was up to par here. I was kind of baiting him. He gets the chain, which I was a little bit annoyed about, because I just got out of it second after. Just scores a little bit more. I do a nice job at denying there though. That'll be the end of the first round. Very close round. I think I took it off significant strikes and total, but that Kimura there, if that was any later stage, that could have been his round very easily. Good first technical round. He knows he's down around, so I expected him to come out a little stronger, but also he wouldn't trade as much because I was tagging up his body a lot on the trades. Lead straight, or straight lead up cut straight there, so I was expecting a pullback. I try it again there in a different variation. I want to also point out this, he was talking about this himself in his video. Watch this. I think I may not have skipped back far enough, but basically what happened was I hit him with a straight while he was ducking, and he ducked it basically, but the tracking on Conor straight is 99. I mean, you're just not going to dodge that thing, so I caught him on the forehead. I tried to break the rhythm in this fight a lot. I tried to kind of delay my strikes sometimes, you know, because he was very good at reacting. There we go. I win in the trade. I get the drop. He does a great job at defending it though. One thing I noticed was there, he done an excellent job at, he realised that I was going to throw double hook, and then I threw double straight, and then I started mixing it up after that, but he blocked 2 hooks and then he slipped the first straight, and then I mixed it up, but it was too late by then. He had done enough evasive manoeuvres to survive. I catch him with his own little move there, the straight while he's entering. Kind of gets that hit reaction, stops him in his tracks. Here, nothing too much happens, if I can remember correctly. We're just kind of standing off because neither of us, he's realised that I realised what he's doing, you know, countering the counters. So I'm trying to even get him with his own game here, staying stationary, being able to catch him coming in. Especially with Conor's power, his speed, I have a good advantage over him. I break his block there, but he comes back with a jab hook to punish me if I'm getting too overconfident. He's trying to get it back down to the ground, I notice. Trying to see if he can squeak out a 10-9. He does a great job here. I want to highlight this. I also want to highlight the fact, I'll put this on slow-mo 1 second. I don't have the editing skills or anything, so I'll just show it via this. He trades here, but one thing that annoyed me was I hit him with a hook, and it would have dropped him because I was very confident in this trade because my head health advantage, and I was going to win it, but as you can see here, it hits his shoulder, the trade. Boom. That's one that hits his shoulder. Yeah, there it is. I want to show you that one more time. So he hits me with a jab hook. My head health is low. I continue to trade because I still believe that his jab hook was a single combo. So I could combo off first because I knew he'd want to come back again straight after that. So I try and get the combo in first to try and catch him at high vulnerability. I throw the jab hook. The hook hits his arm, and I end up losing the trade because of it. So boom, lead hook drops me. I'll resume here to full play speed. He goes for the standing guillotine here. I've seen in his breakdown video, which he broke the fight down greatly. He wanted to jump into guard because it's easier to get a submission if you jump into guard with that standing guillotine, but apparently the game wouldn't let him, so that was fortunate on my part. Standing guillotine's a little underpowered now, just blood chokes in general, so I thought I was going to end up surviving this, but it was tough because I know Dustin has very high level guillotines. We get out though, kinda, at least we're not back to the cage again. There we go. Just trying to honestly, just I realised keeping this fight at distance was winning me. Romero's knowledge of just like being able to trade and winning them was just like it was above anyone else's I've ever fought. So I knew trading with the pocket with his like knowledge of just hit reactions, how to get them, interrupt my combos and win his own trades. I didn't want to mess with that, so I knew Conor's reach, it would really win me the fight. I kind of abandoned the jab teep, which would have really worked here. Yeah, here we are. We're just kind of dancing. We're just kind of in a little bit of a standoff here. I hit him with the double jab body straight to kind of mix things up. Not get it, you know. I didn't want the fight going stale. I wanted to stay on the front foot. Boom. He misses that, but it was very close. He pulled back on the straight, hit his own straight, or attempted to at least. But it was just out of range along with the head kick. Alright, he wins that round, clearly. Gets the drop. Oh, no, that was the second round. My apologies. I win that round clearly. Get the drop due to more head health damage. He got the stun, but it didn't lead to a drop. In the third round here, in my opinion, he was 2 rounds down. He starts off with the straights and jabs a lot, so I try and slip straight again. He's doing a very good job here, though. He's kind of, because he's seeing me coming out with the double jab, so he's doing that minor lean to the side. And he went for the single leg bail here, and I was able to deny the backpack. Does a really good job at doing the turn and takedown to end up getting me down to the ground. Now this is where I knew I could be in trouble, because Romero very heavy on top, just very good at keeping me down, keeping everyone down. Just has great top control. So I knew I could have been in a bit of trouble here. He was trying to grind out a 10-8 and get the judges' scorecards. I do a good job though. I've learned this off Painting. Shout out to Painting here. And I think Vegas do this as a whole. As you could see, I got the denial off, and then I done punch, 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 and he expected to get up to the side, or to flip at least from to the side. So I knew he was going to attempt to pre-deny that, so I just went up to prevent him from getting that. And we're back to the feet here. No drops, nothing has happened in this round. He's in the lead so far though, just due to that takedown. Great turn and takedown. Boom, I pull back there, I hesitate on the uppercut, I don't end up pulling it. I'm just trying to I'm kind of overwhelming him. I got too confident is what I'm trying to say basically. I'm just throwing recklessly. There we go. Yeah, I try and trade again. See, his knowledge of trades, I believed I was going to win that. And then the triple hook there was really smart. I thought he was going to throw the double hook into an uppercut. Gets the first drop of the fight, or drop of the third round. I seen him in his breakdown video expressing his want for a second knockdown, but he didn't want to get greedy and get himself knocked out, because that would have ended up probably in a 10-8 as it was in UFC 3. He could have squeaked out the decision. So I have to be careful there. I want to point that out. His little straight. This is what I see. I got too confident, and I nearly got myself knocked out on some occasions. But as you can see, I was entering here, and look, boom, boom. I try and open up, and he hits me with a straight hook, gets the stun, gets the hit stun, and then hits me with the hook, wins the little bit of a trade there. Sometimes I'm a little bit childish, and I'm like, if you hit me, I want to hit you back, and it kind of gets me in trouble. So I started trying to jab hook him there as soon as I got hit with lower head health. This lost me a trade earlier on in the fight. Romero very smart. Tries to, I think he fakes upward here. He fakes the upward transition. Really smart. Gets me back into full guard here, and now this is danger. So what you can see here is he used the R1 modifier, which is a power modifier. It's really hard to deny the transitions, but it also uses up a lot of your stamina. Romero, known he has an excellent rubber guard, uses it very smartly. He goes into power rubber guard, attempts to keep me here, do some damage, and try and get the submissions from the bottom, which will win him the fight, you know. So I try and stop this. He is 2 rounds down, but he has done a lot of damage this round. He's got the knockdown. He's trying to get out decision. He's trying to squeak out a 10-8 here. So we need to prevent this. But, you know, his rubber guard, I don't know, he is just very smart. He knows how to win decisions. He knows how to win the rounds. And that's what I had to watch out for. I luckily escape rubber guard. He does a punch, delays it, and then power rubber guards again. I do a good job at denying though. I'm very knowledgeable in those positions. I try and power guard, or I try and posture up just to try and get out of there. He leaves himself with no stamina, but I had no GA, so he was able to get the denial off. He expected that to be a blood choke, I remember, or a joint submission, so he was able to get to that 3rd or 4th stage and try and secure that 10-8, but it turns out to be a blood choke. Surprisingly enough, I thought it was also going to be a joint. So I stand up there, and that is the end of the fight. props to Romero. Absolute great fight. Very tight. I was very nervous going into it. There's my little highlight in round 1. I think, yeah, my highlight in round 2, the heavy drop that I got. Very nice ground and pound defense. And round 3, the trade he won, which led to the... Oh, that was only a stun. I would have thought they showed his knockdown. Good job to Romero. Obviously, one of the best players in the game. It was great to fight him. Obviously, everyone wanted us to fight after I had beaten Go for the PS4 champ belt. Poirier doesn't look too happy, my McGregor. And there we go. Now secured a victory, 29-28, I believe it was. Great job to Romero, as I said. Very respectful competitor also. Doesn't get salty in defeat. Said a very close fight, as it was. And we ran some after. Here we go. Yeah, see, he got that second. I forget which round he also knocked me down in, but 29-28, as I remembered correctly there. I just want to say again, respect to Romero, very well done. Put on a great performance. Choosing Poirier, which I respected fully, obviously, for that power rubber guard, but that'll be that. I actually just want to give a little shout out also. This isn't to do with the fight, but I'd appreciate if you stayed to look at this. I just want to go here. My apologies, a little bit of a... I just done this. So here we go. This is cool, me and Cool to me. I just want to give a shout out to Cool to me. He's someone who has done a lot of art for me, a lot of thumbnails. Anytime I won an ESFL fight, he'd give me the thumbnail for that, so I could use it for my video. I want everyone to follow him on Twitter. Here's some of his art that he had sent me. Some of his best work, obviously. That's for a good friend, Dabican. Done a great job there, especially that one. Honestly, I was amazed with that one. Dustin Poirier, obviously, one of Dab's favorite fighters. Another really good one. He done a banner for another competitor. Limit. Looks really good. Really nice colors. A Jessica Andrade versus Rose Namajunas one. This was also really nicely done. I'm just showing you some of his best art here because I really believe that he is one of the best at doing this. And I want everyone to give him a follow because he's helped me out so much, so I want to be able to give it back a little bit. And I'll give you his Twitter here in a second. Corey Sandhagen. This was for the winners of a UFC Fight Island card. Tom Aspinall, Sandhagen, Barboza. I'll show you his Twitter here really quickly. I apologise, a little bit of a rushed thing. I had completely forgot I was going to do this, but I didn't want to leave it out, so here we go. I'll go to his Twitter. Oh, here it is actually. There it is, Cool to me _ Everyone go follow this man. And if you ever need any art, definitely go for him. Look, definitely go to him. Sorry. Another one of his things he's done for me. He done a Cejudo thumbnail for the triple champ for me. He done the Suave Jamie versus Romero thumbnail for this. I just want to say thanks again. I appreciate all the stuff he's been doing for me. But that'll be that. If you've enjoyed the breakdown and the video as a whole, I'd like to be appreciated. And if you haven't already subscribed already, that would be much recommended that you do so. I appreciate it for watching again. That'll be me for now. Peace.